end. I understand this isn't how the story ends, but to the people who are watching, they think this might be how the story ends. Jesus had spent his time on earth warning his disciples of what was going to come, even going as far as telling them, I'm going to be crucified, or at least referencing that point. His followers could have never prepared for this, though. No one expects their God, Messiah, or even best friend to be crucified. It's been an incredibly long journey for the disciples. Some of them had no expectations. Some of them had an expectation of a warrior who would liberate them from the tyranny and oppression of Rome. Some of them just expect a king. But none of them expect that the man that they were following was going to be crucified by the Romans. They don't understand how this could possibly work out for good, and we aren't going to talk about that today because we're just not there yet. But in his crucifixion, there's one line that I really want to reflect on. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, obviously, they know what they're doing. They're killing a man. The Romans do this all the time. The crucifixion is used to send a message of this is what happens when you cross Rome. They're insulting Jesus, and furthermore, they're even insulting the people who have asked them to kill Jesus by inscripting, "This is the King of the Jews" above them. This wasn't a real title they put up there. They were mocking both him and the people who wanted him dead. But at the same time, they also have really no idea what they're doing. I think we all have made mistakes that we didn't realize the gravity of at the time that we were making them. Even one of the Roman soldiers recognized after the fact that this was indeed the Messiah. Jesus knew that they didn't know the full scope of what they were doing, and he still asked God to forgive them. This is the radical level of forgiveness that Jesus brings to the world with him. It's what he preaches, it's what he shows, and it's what he does even in his last moments being alive as a person, as he's being crucified. I think oftentimes we think that we've gone too far to be saved, or too far to be loved, or too far to be redeemed, but Jesus is showing us in the last moments as a human that we are never too far gone. And this goes to the people who are crucifying him, this goes to the people who have run from him, this goes to the people who have turned their back on him. The people who have done the worst thing you can do to a person, he's asking them to forgive. Amen?
Amen.
Please stand with me.